One of the things I really love doing is going back to the roots of things because a lot of things can just spiral out of control. What do I mean by that? The root of giving, of praising. I'm going to focus on praising and, singing to God or worship. How people have twisted so many things, even as little as worship. You see people say, provoke God to move by a seed. Now, you don't talk down one truth to establish another. It's giving seed out of honor, out of, when they say cheerful giver, the cheerfulness is informed by revelation. And anything you do that is not out of revelation is just used pointless. I think I couldn't have said it better than someone that said it today. She said, and I quote, that in the new creation, there is no singing off key. The only off key is when you're singing things that are not congruent with scriptures, with your redemptive truth, not just scripture, because not everything in scriptures is your redemptive truth, right? Get that? So, in the basis of our redemption, where God has brought us to as a new creation man. So, when you hear people say things like provoke God with a dance, with a praise, or a praise, when praises or blessings come down, or God comes down, like, it is just out of alignment, because the truth is that no worship leader or praise person or lead worship, as I like to put it, because do we really lead people to worship? But can anyone that's leading the songs, right, can actually lead you to God? The truth is that if you understand who you are, you came to the service or wherever you are gathering with Christ in you. The fullness is you that's not conscious. So when is sometimes the consciousness of the power of God in the atmosphere, in the building, is you that became conscious or became aware. It's not that we're not carrying God. So you must have the concept of you're carrying God everywhere. There's so many things that will just not be around your life if you have that consciousness. It means that your life is worship. So you cannot be the kind of person that will worship and roll on the floor and cry in church and be collecting bribe in your office space, because that place is worship. You get? So nobody led you to God in to the throne, or as they put it. You are ever before him, ever before him, ever before him, ever before him. Let that thing sink. So you're not trying to provoke God. God is not insecure. It's not like that's why some people, when you come to, as a believer, you have to really sit down. That's why there are some assemblies, right, very noble, that don't even allow people to give just yet. Because the way you give as an idol worshiper is not the same way in the new creation, as a new creation. So you have to actually learn who you've become, You have to learn. You're not giving, maybe before you have maybe had a toxic father, how people try to use their fathers to compare with God. No, he's not your earthly father. You get?